Hi, this is Kateri Drexler, and this is an overview of the Operating Systems for Programmers course. This course was built in the Engage platform. We have a lot of flexibility in terms of how we design the course. This particular one was built around competencies. So each of these modules ties to one competency. We've created a welcome module as well and created a video done by the subject matter expert. Within the welcome module, we've started off the course by listing the course objectives and also going into a course pre-test. So when students click on the pre-test, they are taking into a series of questions that lets you know where they are in terms of the course. So if we go into a preview quiz now and start taking some of these quiz questions, you can see that it's organized and it lets you know which questions the student has answered. So let's say I just answer a few of these right now for demonstration purposes. And then finish the attempt. And then submit. We will be taken into the answers. So when I look over here at the quiz navigation, I clearly did not do very well on this quiz. I have one right answer. We can set up the feedback any way we want, and we can give them a lot of information on the feedback, or we can suggest that they take the quiz again before we give them feedback. But one very cool thing that we can do here is link to the actual text page where the answer can be found. So let's say I want to go and look at what I did wrong here and find out the right answer. When I click on this page, it takes me into the VitalSource ebook. So I will be able to look at any of the pages and then go through and look at the content before the answer and the content after the answer, and then actually navigate throughout the text. So if I want to keep reading, I can do that. You'll notice the navigation on the top here are these breadcrumbs. That's one way to navigate through the course. Another way is to go by next item or previous item. The other way we can do it is by using the back button of the browser. So I'm on this page where the answers should be, and so I will look and I can read this page and find out the answer to that question. Now, if I want to go back into the other quiz questions, I can do that, or I can go back to the course itself by navigating via the breadcrumbs and then continuing on to look at some of the resources. So after I take the pre-quiz, I can know exactly what I've done right, what I haven't done, where I need to study more, and I'll show you in a little bit how we can look at some of the progress reports as well. So once I go into the first module, this again starts out with a video done by the subject matter experts explaining the competency, explaining why this is really important in the field. I have a pre-quiz here as well. Now once I take this pre-quiz, you'll see these little boxes on the side here. These are boxes that students can check if they have gone through the material, or we can set it up so they can't check it and it's automatically checked if you access the resource. So I haven't taken this pre-quiz because there's no check mark here. Once I do take it, there will be a check mark. And then this pre-quiz also does a deep linking into the VitalSource eText. So the topic is presented, the objectives are presented, and this is just a Word page. I can click on this and you can see the objectives for this particular competency. And after I look at these objectives, then I can navigate, if I want to, using these next items and go through every piece of the course. So if I look at the next item for this one, it will take me into the reading. So again, this will link me to the VitalSource eText, and I can go through and read the first chapter. If I then decide after I read this chapter that I'm ready to move on, I can click the next item in the list. So I can do this linearly if I want to and go through. Now this is the PowerPoint, so I can go through this PowerPoint and then continue on linearly, or I can go back to the module by navigating directly to that, and then jump around if I want to. So in this one, we've created an animation. We have some practice exercises as well, and we have additional web links. So let's say I want to go into the animation. I can click on that directly. This animation is a kind of a drag and drop type thing where you select the level. You organize the storage systems according to speed and cost. So I can do that by selecting a level and going through and submitting, and after I submit, it will tell me whether it's right or wrong, and then I can go back and redo it as many times as I like. So as I continue on, I can do the practice exercises, and then there is a post quiz after the module. So the post quiz lets me know how I've done on the content, where I need to study more, and it gives me feedback saying, go study more. The animation that we created specifically for this module, we have a reference to it, so for students who need to know where to go to find that information, we can actually point them to the page in the text where the answers for that interactivity are. And you can see this links me directly to the page where we can find the answers, and again we're able to read ahead and beyond, and we're able to go into the different chapters, so it's a complete ebook right there. It's not a PDF of just that page, which is pretty good in terms of the content. So here is actually the storage device hierarchy, exactly like what we saw there, so we can read about why that's important to know, and why it's designed in that hierarchy that it is. So that's basically the overview of how the modules are set up, and again, we've created this just because we thought this was the best way to put all the content within each competency, so everything is linked all together for that competency. Now again, we can organize this any way we like. We can put all the readings together if we wanted to do that. We could put all the videos together, all the practice quizzes together. However we want to design it, we can, which is one of the benefits of using this platform. So if a student wants to see, this I'm actually logged in as the instructor right now, so I'll see all of the student progress reports here, and I can see their grades as well. I can get a grader report and see what they've done on each one of the different quizzes and each one of the different practice exercises. Students will also be able to see for themselves the different reports as well. So this one tells me as an instructor what each one of the students has done. So if I'm a course mentor, I can go in and look and see what all my students are doing. And then one neat thing is we can go actually into the quiz itself and see what they've answered and what they got wrong. So I can see all of the red that they got wrong immediately from here. Some of the other reports that we have that we can put into the Engage platform are student activity reports. So this is just a decision that we need to make in terms of what could go into the course. We can look by last attendance, for instance. We can check to see which students are missing assignments, who has logged in and who hasn't in the last few days. We can see who's never attended a course. So we can pull up these different reports. An instructor can do this, and then students can look at outcome reports, so we can have the different outcomes or the different objectives and tie those to the different activities. And so you can see by objective then what students have done. We're also able to pull up individual quiz reports. Students can do this themselves and look at the quiz questions and what they got right and wrong, and we've already shown the deep linking to the actual answers. The mentors can look at the course at a glance, see what their students are doing, get visuals in terms of the bar graph. We can pull up results from individual quiz questions so we can see if students are having a difficult time in a certain area. There are many other reports, including statistical analyses, that we can bring up should we choose to use those as well. This will just be a matter of going through these and deciding which ones are important for us to include, but the Engage platform allows us to do many different things in terms of the reporting itself. So going back into the course, after each one of the modules has been gone through, we can put a final post-quiz for the entire course on if we choose to do that, or we can just leave that as the summative assessment as it currently exists. So again, videos have been created for each one of these. We can put in additional resources into each of the content areas when students are accessing that content so they can see it when they need it. And we can also put in, you'll see it on the welcome, we've got author's blog that we've linked to and careers in the IT field that we've linked to. If there are any other resources in terms of actual college level resources that we want to put in here, we can do that as well. So this has been just an overview of what is possible in the Engage platform. Keep in mind that we can create almost anything any way we want to in this platform. So what limits us is really just our imagination in terms of what we want. Thank you for your interest in the platform. We really believe it's a great solution. We're really excited about it. I'm really happy that we're able to design this according to competency and to put things in there as students want them. We think that's very effective, and we're excited to be able to offer that to you. So thank you so much for your attention.